crazy because I was going to do this whole long review. That would take me like weeks to edit, and the video would probably be like a half an hour long. And most of y'all would have been bored after like the first minute. And then I realized, nah, it's not me. Instead of wasting everybody's time, I'm going to try and review these animes in like 5 minutes or less. The first anime we're going to go over, we're going to be looking at one of the hottest animes of the year, SpyXFamily. SpyXFamily is a story about a spy named Twilight who's on a mission to maintain peace between his home nation Westalis and their rival nation Ostania. In order to do that, he needs to spy on the Ostanian leader Don and the Desmond. But due to Desmond's isolated nature, Twilight's only way of getting close to him is to enroll a child into the same academy as his child.
I'm supposed to have a kid in 7 days?
To do that, in the span of 2 days, he changes his name to Lloyd Forger, adopts a daughter, and marries a woman from Ostania. However, all three of them have secret identities and talents they need to hide from each other in order to stay as a family. To continue on with Lloyd, he eradicated his past to become a spy to begin with, which shows that he takes his job seriously. And I mean, he means business, people. Alright? There's not much to say about his past or where his true feelings reside, but he knows how to control his emotions depending on the mission or the environment he's around. But even though he might not want to admit it or even realize it, he's shown that he's wanted to be there for his new family, not only for the mission, but also on a personal level.
Stand down, Twilight.
We get introduced to Anya shortly after we see her being adopted as Lloyd's daughter. She's a telepath that was avoided by others due to her being quote-unquote strange compared to the other children in her orphanage. She knows both her parents' secrets, but hides that fact in order to reveal her secret as well. Lloyd took her in, and thank God he did, because she is the best thing that happened in this whole show.
Papa, I want a pistol with a silencer!
She's the main comedic aspect of the show, and throughout the second half of the show, it seems she takes the protagonist role from Lloyd. The more interesting and entertaining parts of the show revolve around her, since Lloyd's mission revolves around her school performance. And due to her knowing about Lloyd's line of work, she treats her school work like a mission too. When she's awake, at least. We later on get introduced to Yorbriar, who becomes Lloyd's wife, unbeknownst to Lloyd that she is an assassin. So it's technically a Romeo and Juliet situation. She's not very social, so her co-workers in her real job find her very strange. But after talking things out with Lloyd, who she just met by the way, they decided to get married and care for Anya. Of course, Lloyd would have to tweak the truth in order for it to happen, but who cares? It's a queen right there, man! And oh man, when she's off the heady, she immediately becomes the best character in the whole show. I kind of wish we got to know a little more, you know, besides her annoying brother with a sister complex. But part 2 is coming out, we might know more about that then. I also find it funny that Yor can do the most outlandish stuff and Lloyd would never question. We also get some supporting characters as well to help out the main cast a little bit with their development, as Lloyd gets Frankie Franklin and the rest of his Westalian whatever friends. Anya gets her school friends, especially Becky and Damien, and then we also have Yuri for Yor. We don't like Yuri out here. Now, as we talk about the atmosphere of the show, it's just all around amazing, as it takes place in Cold War time in a European type of setting. Very fitting for spies, and it's a time and place we don't see often in an anime. And they definitely pulled it off well. And the music has this incredible cowboy bebop or great pretender type of vibe as well. And the dual production of WIT and Cloverworks was pulled off pretty nicely as well, as WIT worked on the odd number episodes, which coincidentally had more action as they worked on Attack on Titan older seasons, and Cloverworks also worked on the even number episodes, which had more of the slice of life type of episodes. But they also have some action in them too, because they worked on an amazing dodgeball episode. And of course, they also worked on Promised Neverland too, so it's no surprise that they got something up their sleeve. But WIT helping them out will help them in the future. We also gotta talk about the dub, just because, you know, it's dub review. Megan Shipman, the obvious MVP of this whole show, with her voicing Anya.
Papa, I want a pistol with a silencer!
And then Alex Organ and Natalie Vansenstein also doing well with voicing Lloyd and Yor respectively.
Is there something I can do for you?
Oh,
Impossible.
No,
She sensed my gaze?
They also get points on my book because they didn't use the same Funimation voice actors that every anime uses. Overall, I give the show a 4.7 out of 5. It's definitely lived up to the hype, and it's given high expectations for a part 2 of the anime. I will say though, on the last episode of part 1, it didn't really feel like a finale, but it doesn't take away how great the whole show is as a whole. Alright, this was my first review, so if y'all flame me for how I did, I ain't gonna stop y'all, cause I ain't done this before. But if y'all enjoyed, give it a like and subscribe. Anyways, I'm Too Crispy, and I'll catch y'all next time.